the Bible's supposed to be read precept upon precept. Here little, there little, to get the understanding. Christianity, religion told you just read the whole Bible and pray on it. No, that ain't how you do it. God got instructions on how to read it. So pastors, your leaders refuse to go with this Bible to give you the solution. But right now, today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. According to the Bible. And it's time you went out of sleep. Christianity is a damn cure. Christianity is a curse to our people. Do you understand what you are listening to is the Bible?
And your reality, like, guess what? This is reality. This is reality. We're going to show you what. You have destroyed yourself.
So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you, we're warning you.
Have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhoods?
So we got Frank, right? What's your name? Otto? Okay, I'm a relock. Nice to meet you. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. So Otto, do you know your history? You know your nationality according to the Bible?
Somewhat, a little bit.
Do you know you're an Israelite?
No, I don't know that.
Okay, let's get Deuteronomy 28:15. Watch this.
Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
All his what?
All his commandments.
The subject matter is, right, if we didn't observe to do God's commandments, what would happen?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now, let me ask you a question, right? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are we at the bottom of society or are we on the top of society? Both of y'all.
Very top. He punished that person, so we have to serve them until we get to heaven.
Right. So
right now we're at the bottom.
We're at the bottom right now.
Yeah.
You the ones, we the ones that you are seeing getting shot down in the street. We're the ones that you are seeing in poverty. We're the ones in the ghetto on reservations. We are the curse out of all nations on the earth. Read on.
Verse 16.
Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16.
Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city. In the where? In the city. So when you see majority of blacks, right, and majority of Hispanics, where do you see them at? Where do they live at? Let's put it that way. Where do they live at? Projects. What did it say? Cursed shall thou be in the city. It says, cursed shall we be in the city. So that's why you see blacks, Hispanics in the projects, in the ghettos, in the slums. That's why you see Native Americans on reservations. That's why you see our people struggling to pay the rent, struggling to keep the lights on, struggling to provide for our families. Because God said we were going to be cursed in the city for not keeping His commandments. And today you don't see our people keeping His commandments. Our people are into Christianity, which is idolatry, because that God is Caesar Borgia, white man Jesus, right? You see our people into Islam, idolatry. You see our people going to clubs, fornicating, got girlfriends and boyfriends. So therefore, God said He would curse us. And today, that's why we catching hell. Read. And cursed shall thou be in the field. And cursed shall we be in the field. So, wherever you work at, right? You see how people working jobs like McDonald's. You see how people working jobs like Target. But are we getting, paid the way we want to get paid, or are we making minimum wage?
We're making minimum wage.
Minimum wage. You see how people living check to check, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? Read it again.
Bring it out.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Oh, this song right here. So it says, cursed shall we be in the field, right? So today, we're making minimum wage. We're working from graveyard shifts, right? We're working graveyard shifts. Yeah. We're working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Now, it says, cursed shall we be in the field, right? When we were here in slavery, we were working sun up to sun down. Penny on the dollar. Yeah. We would go back and bring everything that we had to a white man that we call our master. Right. Don't that make you feel cursed? Right. You can't provide for your family, but you got to provide for the next man, which is your master. That's a curse. That's right. Read on. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. So it says, cursed shall be our basket and our store. Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Do you see the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? You see majority of our people. Do we own our own businesses to provide for our communities?
No, we do all the spending.
Huh?
We do all the spending.
We do all the spending, right? We do all the spending. We don't have our own businesses. In fact, when you go to our neighborhoods, you see the Arab man owning the gas station. You see the Chinese man owning the corner stores, the food bars. You see the Jewish man owning the apartment complexes. We don't have anything for ourselves. You might say we might have Black Wall Street, but what happened to that? It was blown up. It was destroyed.
Right.
Why? Because we are still breaking God's commandments.
That's right.
Read on.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
So it says, cursed shall be the fruit of your body. What is that talking about? Anybody know? What is the fruit of your body?
Bring it out.
Soul.
The heart?
No. It means your kids. Your kids. Your kids is the fruit of your body. So when your children came here to America, what happened to them? Immediately when they were able to walk, they were put in the cotton fields to pick cotton.
Right.
They were put in the fields to pick tobacco.
Bring it out.
Yep. Right, in 1492, right? Because you're Honduran, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? They had Hispanics and the Native Americans in slavery as well. They sent the Hispanics to Spain on slave ships.
Right.
The Native Americans, they sent them to England on slave ships the year 1492. And guess what? Then Christopher Columbus, right?
Yeah.
Infected many Native Americans with smallpox, chickenpox, measles.
That's right.
That happened to our people. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 33. Because guess what? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are all one people.
That's right.
We just got different skin color, but we are all one people. Different languages, different cultures, different religions. They divided us. They divided us. Watch what the Bible says.
Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, the children of Israel, and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Guess what? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were oppressed together.
That's right.
We are the same people.
We are the same.
We are the same. So when I look at you, I can say, you know what? That's my brother.
Yeah, I can say the same thing too, man.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, brother.
Same people.
That's right.
Same exactly. Now go back to Deuteronomy 28 and read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 19. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in. Oh, Deuteronomy 28:18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
So that's our children. Our children were cursed, right?
And the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of our land, touching back to 1492. What happened to the Native Americans, right? What happened to the, I'm sorry, so-called Hispanics too. What happened to them when the so-called white man came here? What happened to the land that they had? They took it, right? They took it.
Yeah,
They took it. They murdered millions of Hispanics. They murdered millions of Native Americans. They took this land of America, and guess what? And named it after themselves. They took this land and put them on reservations. Put them in the hoods, put them in the ghettos, while they stay in Beverly Hills.
That's right.
While they stay in mansions. While they stay in Hollywood.
That's right.
Guess what? They said we're three-fifths of a man. They said we redskins, savages, spics. How come when the Hispanics, right, come over here from Mexico, wherever they come from, right? How come when they come over here, they call them illegal aliens? When this was their land. But when every other nation come over here, like the Chinese man, the African man, when he come over here, they classify them as citizens.
Right.
Why is that? Because God said we would be cursed. That lets us know that we are the people of the Bible. We are the Israelites, God's chosen people. Again, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Give me 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, 48.
Watch this.
Therefore shall thou serve thine enemy.
So it says, therefore shall we serve our enemies. Are we serving our enemies today?
Yeah.
How?
Working for them, buying all the buying all their goods from.
Right?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. Same.
Because we are still in slavery.
Yeah.
Even though the chains might be gone, but guess what? It's mental.
That's right.
They still got us in Section 8 housing dependent on this nation.
Because we Honduran and black.
Right, they still call us Honduran, they still call us black. Those are bywords. God calls us the Israelites.
That's right.
So guess what? We are still slaves. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. No.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
What?
In hunger.
So guess what? You mean to tell me if I want something to eat, I got to go to the other nations for it? If I just want some McDonald's, a company that my people do not own, I got to go to other nations for it.
Right.
If I want some food, I got to go to the Chinese man for it. Why is that? We still serving them. Read.
And then thirst. And then nakedness.
So if you want something to drink, who owns Zephyrhill? Our enemies. The other nations own them. We don't own them. If you want Aquafina, who own them?
Bring it up.
Our enemies. If you want some clothes on your back, some clothes on your kids, who own that? Our enemies. Read.
And then what of all things?
So damn, if you want a job, if you want a high school diploma, a college degree, if you want to make it in America, guess what? You have to go to your enemies for it.
That's right.
So guess what? What does that mean? They were never meant to be our friends. Never. Matter of fact, God said that we were supposed to gather together. The Israelites in Zephaniah 2:1, he told us to gather together. Separate from the other nations.
Bring it up.
That's right. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
When did the yokes of iron come upon the blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans next? 1492, 1619. You see the chains on our people's necks right here? That indicates you were slaves. That indicates we were slaves in America. Hold them up. Watch this. Read that again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Look at the yokes of iron that were upon their necks. Guess what? The Hispanics, they were slaves as well. Remember what was brought out in Jeremiah 50 and 33, that we would be oppressed together. You don't see no Hispanic getting oppressed with the Chinese man. You don't see no black man getting oppressed with the white man. You see blacks getting oppressed with Hispanics and Native Americans. That means we are the people of the Bible.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it says the Lord shall bring us into Egypt again, right? With ships. What does the word Egypt mean?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Bondage.
It means bondage, right?
Deuteronomy 5 and 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. From the house of bondage.
So God brought us out of Egypt from the house of bondage, right? Because the Israelites were serving Pharaoh in Egypt. They were slaves then. So he said, okay, since you're going to continue to break my commandments, this time you're going into slavery on ships.
That's right.
Egypt means bondage. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships, 1619, 1492. Our people were taken into slavery on ships.
That's right.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And when we were taken on those slave ships as a nation of people, we never returned back to our homeland, which is Jerusalem, Galatians 4 and 26. Because guess what? A lot of people say, what do people say is the motherland? I'm ask y'all. They say Africa, right? Africa. But guess what? Galatians 4:26. Guess what? What does the Bible say the homeland is? Where are we really from? Are we African American? Are we Hispanics? No. We are the Israelites from where?
Galatians 4:26. But Jerusalem. But Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is the motherland, the Holy Land.
That's right.
Which is above is free. Which is the mother of us all.
So Otto, you heard that? It said Jerusalem is the mother of us all.
Yeah. So what is Jerusalem? Is that Judah? Judea? You know how they split the kingdoms?
Right.
So
they split the kingdoms of Israel.
Right.
Called the southern kingdom Israelites Judah and the northern kingdom Israelites Israel.
we southern. We're the southern.
We the southern kingdom, the black, Haitians, and Jamaicans. And Hispanics and Native Americans will be referred to as the northern kingdom Israelites. But all in all, we are from the land of Jerusalem. All right. Now going back to Deuteronomy 28:68 now. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your, and there.
So it says, and there, once we got off those slave ships,
Bring it up.
we were sold on auction blocks. They said, let's get this big strong buck up here and say, nigga, sold to Master Charlie in Virginia. You know, it's a shame. How do you feel being called a nigga? How do you feel being called slaves? 3/5 of a man, commodity. How do you feel about that?
Bring it
We
up.
should feel ashamed about that. We should even feel ashamed to call each other niggas.
Bring it up.
We are the greatest people on this earth. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And guess what? No man shall save us. So now, Frank, glad to know you're an Israelite. You know that, right? So now, let me ask you a question. What do you think about girlfriends and boyfriends?
It's bad. You're supposed to be married.
Okay, so you...
But in the Christian church, they tell you it's all right.
So are you a single brother yourself, or are you married, or what? Single brother? Okay. Give me, let's start with Hebrews 13:4 first. So now, you know the scriptures, you know the commandments. So your job is to let your light shine and teach your people, right? So let's go over some things about marriage, since you know. Hebrews 13:4.
Hebrews 13:4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
So now, Frank, right? When you see your people, if you see a black, Hispanic, or Native American man with a girlfriend, with a side chick or a side piece, you're supposed to say, wait a minute. God says marriage is honorable. That woman's supposed to be your wife. That man's supposed to be your husband.
That's right.
That's what God said our people must do.
That's right.
Because guess what? Deuteronomy 61, I'm sorry. Because if we're not exercising marriage, right? What plagues do we have as a people?
Bring it out.
What are the plagues that we have as a people by sleeping from woman to woman, having sex with this man, having sex with that woman?
They're sick, the diseases.
Diseases, right? Thus, we are the highest people, right? In statistics that have AIDS, that have HIV, gonorrhea, STDs. Why? Because God said he would judge us. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28:61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law.
So guess what? You will not find AIDS written in the Bible. You will not find chlamydia written in the Bible. You will not find herpes written in the Bible. But what did God say?
Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee.
So guess what? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as a people, we are suffering from HIV. We are suffering from gonorrhea because we do not ordain marriage. We rather have a side chick. We rather have a baby mama. We rather have 2, 3 baby mamas. A boo thing. What else they say? A busted baby. That's what we rather have. But guess what? God judged us for that. Give me Isaiah 3:12. Another reason why marriage is important. Because you see the children in our communities, right? Who is the head of their households?
The mother.
Their mother. Their mother. But watch what God says. Watch this.
Bring it out. Isaiah chapter 3:12.
Read.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children are their what?
Children are their oppressors.
So guess what? When you out walking in the hood, who are you worried about? You worried about these teenagers coming to rob what you got.
That's right.
You worried about walking at night looking over your back to see another black man running up on you.
That's right.
Trying to hit a lick up on you, as if they would say, right? But God says children are our oppressors. And we're going to figure out why.
And women rule over them.
And what?
And women rule over them.
So guess what? The reason why children are oppressive, because the women ruling over the young children. The women, they cannot raise men to be men.
Right.
There must be a father in the household.
That's right.
Read it again.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. That's right. O my people, which lead thee, cause thee to err.
So guess what? Because the women leading our children, they cause them to err.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.